Mass protests are expected in London today as the Olympic torch is paraded through the streets of the city. A host of famous names from the world of sport and entertainment, including 5 times Olympic gold medalist Steve Redgrave, are carrying the flame along the route. But the organisers are concerned that the event will be dominated by activists opposed to the Chinese government. Well, Francesca Martinez is a British comedian who was one of London's initial torchbearers but pulled out of the relay. She's with me now in the studio. Thanks very much for coming in, Francesca. Just tell us why you've decided to take this action.
Well, although I was very honoured to be asked by the Olympics to carry the torch, ultimately I felt that if I was in Tibet and me and my loved ones were being murdered, raped, imprisoned and killed, I would hope and pray that someone in a democratic country would speak out for me. And this is my way of showing my support.
You say would speak out for you, but, I mean, do you really think it would make a difference?
To me, that isn't a fundamental issue. I have to do what I believe is right. I believe that by making this small stance, I am showing my support. And I think over history, any political and social change only occurs when individuals get together and fight for a better world. And if everyone thought, oh, I can't change anything, nothing would ever get done. So I'm hoping that my small action can add to the growing pressure put on China and help.
It's an action you take. You say it's a small action. Do you think that China will be taking any notice of these small actions? Really, wouldn't it be more useful if it were at a higher level, in your opinion?
Well, I wish I was the world's biggest star and it was a huge media story. But I think, as I say, change starts with individuals. And the more people who could take a stand, the better. And every little helps and it will grow.
There is an argument that this is just sport. People taking part in this are sportsmen, they are athletes, they are people who have dreamt of taking part in this huge event for the whole of their lives. It's just sport, this isn't politics.
I would say the moment we're born, we're involved in politics. I would concede that as a political comedian, it may have been easier for me to withdraw. And I know athletes have spent many years training for this and it's their dream, but ultimately we're human beings first. And I think some things transcend our own hopes and desires. And people getting tortured and murdered, to me, is one of them. And I can't see of any reason to justify ignoring that.
There have been so many criticisms and condemnation of China on human rights and other issues for many, many years. It doesn't appear to have altered the course of Chinese history. What would you like to see happening from your personal point of view now in terms of boycotting the opening ceremony, all the talk that we are currently hearing in the media?
Well, I'd like to make it clear that my stance isn't specific to China and Tibet. I'm against any country being aggressive to another. I totally am against our invasion of Iraq, for example. So I would like to see Tibet get their freedom, be allowed to have their religious beliefs. At the moment, people are being killed for having a photo of the Dalai Lama. So I would just hope and pray that peace can happen in Tibet and in more countries, and people stop invading each other.
Okay, Francesca Martinez, thanks very much for coming in indeed.
Thank you.